Okay, a reflection of my time in India and more specifically New Delhi, the capital of the country. I visited there for about a month around spring 2022. I was doing a visa run from Vietnam and I just thought it might be an interesting place to visit and see. I stayed in the Hotel Arkwood, or its other name, Arkwood Residency, or Hotel Ark of Avalon, or Ark Suites. It has 3 or 4 names depending on where you get dropped off and how much you're willing to pay and how to get around booking.com reviews, etc. But they are kind of all clustered together and near each other. And I was told the same person owns them all. So it was Ark, Wood, or whatever. So after 2 nights in this place, I was looking up and I seen a family of mice staring back at me. And this kind of freaked me out a little. I mean, I'm thinking, where there are mice, rats follow. So I complained, and the first thing the staff did was question it. They didn't believe me, saying I was mistaken. I couldn't believe this, what I was hearing, and this drove me further mad. So I demanded a new room, which I got after one night, so I had to spend one night with the mice, and then the new room was not great either. But I thought I was settled with that, but then they asked for more money, as it was one of their top suites. It wasn't really. And if I didn't pay up, then I had to return to the room I had already paid for. You see, the problem was I had paid up front for the whole month, which on hindsight was a little silly of me. But anyway, I returned to the original room and we all had a good root around with a brush just in case. And I wasn't going to pay for the upgrade. So anyway, luckily enough, I didn't see any more mice in the original room. A few small lizards or what have you, but no more mice. Anyway, the hotel was kind of funny. It was filthy, poor standard, but I was only paying about €7 a night. And the funny thing is, I grew to like the staff by the end of my stay. We had a good old laugh back and forth, and we enjoyed each other's company. There was good banter, good slagging, and the lad was genuinely sad when I told him I won't be returning to New Delhi. So I'm in this place called Hotel Arkwood. I mean, it says it's cancelled, but I didn't cancel it. They cancelled it because they don't want reviews. And I'm in here anyway. And if you go on booking.com, it has like an 8.8 review, which, you know, the pictures look decent and everything. And I read the reviews and had some foreigners reviewing them. But so I thought it'd be okay, but the place is filthy, absolutely filthy, and you know, they don't give you any toilet paper or soap. I had to buy my own soap and etc. Rated 9.4 for cleanliness. That's a joke. But look, fitness center. Now I asked the guy about that because I wouldn't mind doing a bit of a workout, and he told me this is the fitness center there. Okay, and over here, there, that's the fitness center. And I'm not fucking joking, that's what he said to me. That's the gym. Can you believe it? Yeah, hello. Nice friend to have in the room. Booked this hotel, as I was saying, like Hotel Arkwood. It got an 8.8 in booking.com. Now I know that can be dodgy, but like but I checked the reviews, and there was this Swedish guy, and that's why I went here. Look, he gave it 10. All amenities were amazing, very efficient staff. Restaurants, very quick room service, everything was excellent. And that's why I booked it, because I seen, okay, there's European, so. But, as I was saying, he must have got the bangy at the night time, because the place is a kip. Absolute kip, like. You know? Absolute kip. This is Indian style, like. The bill comes to 500, but he's gonna add another 100 onto it. by magic. Come on, show me. Just do it.
249.
Yeah, 249. Yeah. Yeah. French fries. Yeah. And the 2 Cokes is 100.
2 Cokes 100.
Yeah. Okay, what time? What equals 449 of 5.
Wait.
So where are you getting 100?
Service charge. 50 rupees.
50 rupees. Yeah, that's the 50 you owe me. Jesus Christ. He owes me 50 already. Unbelievable. And probably, where's the money from this morning as well? Like, Jesus. 500. I gave you the 500. Come on, go, get it. Go on. I'll have to talk to your manager. I had a good chat with your manager this morning. I had a good chat with your manager. I must ask him about this service charge and tax. Tax. You don't pay tax. You don't pay tax.
You pay tax?
You don't pay tax. Give me a break.
10% is service tax.
Oh man, it's so funny. So I got the guys to get me a few beers because it's Friday and I worked hard today. Now, imagine these 2 beers cost £7 in India, like £3.50 for a beer. I mean, I think they're taking the piss again. But £3.50 for a beer, in India, about £7 for the 2 of them. I don't know. This country, I guess when you think about it, a family of mice is not such a big deal. When you see the dirt, the filth and the poverty most people have to live with in New Delhi. So I just had to learn to share my space. But it's not all that bad. I don't like to be too negative and downbeat on a place. One thing I did find amazing was the food. And if you love curry, and I do, then of course India is the place to be. They put curry into everything. Tea, fast food, pizzas, kebabs, burgers, you name it. And then of course the usual everyday stuff that you normally associate with Indian restaurants. So overall, love the food. It's very manageable too, not extremely hot. Not as hot as I expected, which was good. So I can't deny it, the food was great. And no, I didn't get the infamous Delhi belly. Although it has to be said, I do have a strong constitution. So this is lunch anyway, local dish from around the corner. Chicken curry. Wow, it's hot. Absolutely. Stinging. Coke. So let's see if the Delhi belly is true. Anyway, that's my dinner for today. Cool places I went to a bar called Duty Free, the Value Bar. As I heard about this place, it does Italian style dishes but with an Indian twist, which is basically curry. So I was intrigued to see 2 of my favourite foods mixed together, Indian food and Italian food. Got a taxi there and invited the taxi man in for some food as well, which was a nice gesture on my part, I think. But it was funny to see the reactions of the staff to us, and to him maybe, as he was just an ordinary guy. You know, I felt it was very cold and it just kept staring at us. I just felt it was a bit rude. Maybe I was imagining it, but it did take the shine off the food, which was very good. I wonder, was it a caste thing? But they were staring at us throughout. So here I'm in the restaurant anyway. We came in, and I came in with the taxi driver. He's just an ordinary guy. And the reactions we're getting from the staff, like, they're staring at us. They're wondering why we're here. They're giving us strange looks. No, it's mad. I've never experienced this kind of pure prejudice before. You know, I mean, it's I don't know, maybe I'm paranoid. It's just like against ordinary people, ordinary, person at the bottom of the ladder. And the taxi driver, he didn't want to come here, he didn't want to come in to say welcome, but he didn't want to come in. He was a bit nervous, but he said he wouldn't be able to get in, and I brought him in anyway. Like, this is crazy. It's like really uncomfortable. I don't know, maybe I'm paranoid. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but like, I don't know. As for the food, I got crispy mushroom chili and a butter chicken tikka pasta, washed down with some beers, of course. The food was excellent, very well presented, and tasted oh so good. The pasta dish was delicious. So the food was A1, the dining experience less so. So me and the taxi driver were perhaps not the clientele they normally receive, which might be well-to-do customers, but our money should be good enough. So this is kind of like a pasta with chicken tikka pasta. So it's kind of like Italian-style pasta with curry, and it's fucking lovely. Very hot though, very fucking hot. Another place I went to was VIP RDX Resto and Bar. It was recommended by a taxi driver, so we went in hungry after a long day of sightseeing. Very friendly staff, showed me to my table. The menu was in English. There was plenty of room in the restaurant, a bit quiet for that time of the day. I ordered a Murg Mala Tikka Wala, which is 6 pieces of boneless chicken with cream and spices, and also ordered a ghost buna, which is a boneless lamb cooked in a curry, basically, with some naan bread, of course, and also the usual bears to a custom hot food. The food came quick, and boy was it good. I don't mind saying that the dishes were fantastic, very tasty, and hit the spot perfectly. It was a mix of sauces and creams, worked very well with the dishes. The curry dish was very filling, and I wasn't able to completely finish it, although I did try. For the naan bread, I over-ordered, not knowing that in India, naan bread sizes are massive, unlike the small pieces we get back in Ireland. The waiter did mention he was wondering why I'd ordered so much, which was funny. The waiter that was serving our table was very friendly, middle-aged man. Pity I didn't catch his name, but very friendly, and he helped me with my order. I also ordered some ice cream for dessert, as I know Indian ice cream can be pretty good, but unfortunately this wasn't the case here. It was pretty bland and no flavour, but I will let that pass as the main dishes were excellent. So overall, I love this restaurant, and if I'm ever back in New Delhi, I'll definitely drop in here. Strongly recommended, good friendly service, and fantastic dishes. So that's the VIP RDX Resto and Bar. So here we are at the end of the day, and this is the best part of the day, the food. So this is a chicken, and this is a lamb dish with some naan bread, and we have the beer as well. Oh man, and this is so good. This is so good. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Lamb dish. Oh man, it's so hot. Jeez, I'm struggling here. But it's I have to say it's very good. It is fucking good. It's just hot. I can't wolf it down. I have to take a break after every after every little mouthful. Oh man, this is good food though. Jesus Christ. Wow. One thing to note, when you're in the restaurant in England and Ireland and they ask you how many naan breads you want, and you usually say a 2 or 3 because they're small things, but like this would be like 2 in Ireland or England. This is like 2 in India is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's nearly 10. So you get amount when you ask for 2 in India. When you ask for 2 naan bread, you get a massive plate of naan bread. So it's like different. Another place that I went to was Dhaba, established in 1986 in Nehru Place. Passed by, looked in, it seemed interesting, so I decided to try it out. Decor was very colourful and cool looking, very stylish and hip, even for an old fogey like myself. The nice waitress showed me to my seat, gave me 2 massive menus, which were like books, one for food and one for drinks. Man, the size of them. Not sure what to order, as I never am in an Indian restaurant, but the waitress helped me with some suggestions. So I ordered the kumatar, which is mushrooms and green peas cooked with spices. I ordered the highway chicken tikka, which is chicken with chili, and butter naan bread, all washed down with Budweiser. Unfortunately, that's the only beer they had. Food was served quick enough, and it was good. Tasted great. It was a little hot and spicy, but all manageable, just about. I really liked this restaurant. It was nice ambience, lovely setting, friendly waiting service. The food was excellent too. It was pricey though. It was over €30, which for India is a lot. But it was a good foodie experience, so I can't complain too much. And I recommend this place. So this is Dhaba. This is established 1986, Euro Place. Oh man, it's so delicious. What can I say? Love it, love it, love it. Really good food. Other places, Odeon Gupta Pan Shop. It's a bit of an infamous place in New Delhi. They give you a pan, hot, fiery pan, and an ice pan. So I tried the fire and ice pan. Which was a lot of rubbish, tasteless really. It was just an opportunity to take a photo and a video. The service was very dour, humourless. The man that was serving me the pan really got bad vibes off him, really negative vibes off him. It's a tourist trap, but you know, it's good for the photo opportunity. But otherwise, nah.
No, you're first. No, you're first. Come on, you're Indian. You're from India. You're from India. You have to try it first. It's like, basically to just put fire in your mouth, you know?
आगे
Oh man.
आगे आओ अरे नहीं यार आगे आओ डर इतना रहे हो और आगे आओ वो बोलो आइए
Is it okay?
मीठा खाएगी
एक मीठा
काम
ये ठंडा पानी का ऑर्डर
इतनी ठंडी है
चलिए You like it? Yeah. No.
Oh. It's minty. Minty.
Cool.
How's that look? Oh. Just stuff it into your face. You don't have any. You don't have any. Fine, no problem. Not as bad as it looks. So we had the heat one. Now we're gonna have the ice version. We're just packing ice into this thing, and apparently this is worse because it gives you brain freeze.
काम
He's first. No, come on. We have that as well. Oh yeah, here. Yeah.
You are ready? Cool? Odd?
Much harder. Well, it's just full of ice. On your head.
अंगिया
As for pubs, the Irish House, it's a kind of chain in New Delhi. There's a few of them. There's one in the airport, which is okay. The one in the airport is a nice place to sit down before you get your plane. Plenty of space, good atmosphere. They don't really have good beers on tap. Never mind any Irish drinks like Guinness. The other one I was in, the Irish House in Euro Place. That was actually my first sit down in Delhi, and I was a bit disappointed, I have to say. Most of the beer on the menu was not available. So I had to settle for the piss water that is Kingfisher, which is weak beer. Again, forget about Guinness, which I can understand. It's India, of course. Went for a cheeseburger and fries. Came fast out of the kitchen. It was fine. Not as filling as expected. The bar had a nice interior, but Zero atmosphere, zero buzz, zero crack, even though there was a big crowd in. Service was okay. They allowed me to charge my phone. Bill was okay. For 2 beers, chips, and a burger, it was about €14. Probably a little pricey for New Delhi, but this is a foreign bar, or this is an Irish bar after all. Tourist joint, I guess, without the tourists. But nah, didn't really like it there. It was my first sit down in India. It's in the Irish house, huh? I can say I can't resist. Like all the beers, there's no good beers on. All the taps are not. None of the taps are pumping anything, so there's nothing on tap. I asked for the Leffe, Belgian, that's not around. And it said Stella, that's not here. Estrella, that's not here. So all that's available is Heineken, Carlsberg, Tuborg, Budweiser. I mean, Christ, Asahi, the Kingfisher, the local shit. I mean, Jesus. Then I asked for Kronenberg, that's not here either. So all the half decent beers are not here. Anyway. I've ordered a cheeseburger. Going native, eh? Typical Irish. So first sit down in India, of course I'm having a cheeseburger and a beer in an Irish pub. That would be the normal thing to do, wouldn't it? Huh? No guessing I'm in India, huh? Cricket on the box. Wall to wall cricket everywhere you look. Even in the Irish bar. Other place I went to for drinks, I went to a place called Lord of the Drinks. Looking at the beer menu, I think it's a bit of an exaggeration to be called Lord of the Drinks. Such was the scarcity of decent beers. I went for a German beer, Erdinger. Not my favourite, but beggars can't be choosers. Having said that though, I did like this place. It was very friendly. Doorman was friendly. Service was good. Nice atmosphere. So I decided to go for some food here. I ordered what looked like a good dish on the pictures on the food menu. Cheesy oregano fries with some fried chicken. Dish came fast, and I have to say, although it's heart attack food, it tasted delicious. Very tasty. The sauce is lovely with the chicken and the fries. Loved it. Very filling. Would have stayed longer if they had some music or decent beer or some crack. But nah. And that's about it really in New Delhi. Anything else that was cool in New Delhi? It was cool to see monkeys walking on the streets. That was pretty cool. On the highway. That's cool, that's so cool.
Yeah, go on.
Tuk-tuk ride at night, which I had to take. It was fun, I guess. Went from one side of the city to the other for an hour. It was very cool. The guy was very friendly. Kind of saved my life because it took me over an hour to get a taxi or a tuk-tuk. No one would bring me home, and he was the only one.
Suffice to say, I haven't a clue where I'm going.
Now, I did actually manage to venture out and about in New Delhi. Some places I went to were Qutub Minor. It's a minaret and victory tower. The forms part of the Qutub complex, which lies at the site of Delhi's oldest fortified city, Lakhot. It consists of 399 steps and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's one of the most visited tourist spots in the city, and it was mostly built between 1199 and 1220. First thing to note was that the foreign price was 600 rupees, which was about €7, while the local price was 50 rupees, which is 55 cents. Not important, but just funny when that happens. But apart from that, it was very enjoyable. I spent a few hours walking around here, walking around some really old historical buildings. The minaret and the tomb and the grounds, very interesting, well worth a look. Apparently they're around 800 to 1,000 years old, which is pretty cool. I was very impressed with how well kept the grounds were, and there was a lot of shelter from the heat, with the trees providing cover dotted all around. And most of the tombs, etc., had information provided in English, which was pretty cool. So there's a lot of space. It's good for walking around the grounds, which even evens out the crowds, and you can relax and take in the splendor without worrying about too many people hogging the views. So I like this place a lot, and it's definitely recommended to see if visiting New Delhi.
No use. Geezer's tomb.
Another place I went to was Ghat. It's a memorial dedicated to Mahatma Gandhi. It's where some of his ashes lie and marks the exact location where Gandhi was consigned to flames and his last rites were performed, or so I read. Now, I found this memorial to be very disappointing. I mean, it's a nice area and it's nice to walk around, but the memorial itself is a little bit simple and small. Perhaps that's what the great man wanted, but I was expecting a little bit more. And also the sayings of the great man line the entrance, but it's all some of his more straightforward quotes. They're all very simple. Having said that, there is a specific museum dedicated to Gandhi, but that is only noticeable after you leave the car park and are driving out of the area. And no one was going into it. It was empty, and you only notice it when you're leaving, so it was kind of pointless. So we didn't go in like everybody. We missed it. So overall, I guess it's something one has to see. I mean, it is Gandhi, the icon of India, but to be honest, it wasn't great.
Okay, so you have to go through high security everywhere in India, probably because of their neighbours. This is the tomb of Mahatma Gandhi, so free entry, free parking, so this will be interesting. Mahatma Gandhi, father of India. Right. Yeah, nice grounds. Really nice. But the heat. Goodness gracious me. Paying respect. Flame, they were saying there's a flame. Never goes out or whatever, I suppose. Huh? Nice. It's nice here though. God, here's a big crowd coming now. Look at this. Let's see how this works out. Huh? I think you have to walk around, do you? To show ultimate respect. Yeah. To walk around. That's what people are doing. Huh? Okay, so they walk around to pay respect. Yeah. Interesting. Be the change you wish to see. Yeah. Gandhi. There's the old fella himself. Okay, time for some ice cream, I think. Pizzas here and everything. Chinese. Huh. Don't fancy queuing though, but there's ice cream over here. Let's have a look.
Another place I went to was the Lotus Temple. It's a Baha'i house of worship. Baha'i is a religion in India. It's notable for its flower-like shape. That would be the lotus shape. And it has become a prominent attraction in the city.
I think there's only two in the world. Yeah. The other one is in Australia, I think. But free entry. Busy. Very busy. Yeah, sure, why not have a look? Might be interesting.
I went on a Thursday, and even on a midweek day like that, the crowds were still massive. a lot of people just paying respect or just having a look like myself. But having said that, the crowds were on the move all the time. It was well spaced out, had a one-way system in place, so there was really no wait along the route to the temple, and the wait to get inside was very short. Entry is free, and one has to take off their shoes before they approach the temple, but you can leave the shoes in a bag to be collected when finished.
Like that, and you get a little thing like this. So, there we go.
Inside was nothing special, it was very plain, but from the outside the temple does look pretty impressive, and yes, it does look like a lotus flower. Now, I went on a desperately hot day, but it was still interesting enough to see. I mean, there's not a whole lot to see in New Delhi, so you might as well have a look here. So that was about it really in New Delhi in terms of culture, museums and galleries, etc. I mean, I didn't see anything else of interest that I could tell of. You see, it's kind of hard to travel around New Delhi as it's so big and it's so crowded. The streets are really not made for walking. The streets are filthy and the air is polluted, huge crowds. No, it's not a nice city to walk around, and I certainly didn't do a whole lot of exploring. And there's a lot of poverty around. Yes, you will see it, unfortunately, a lot of it, especially around the train station and Central Plaza, Connaught Place. The people, well, from my short experience in New Delhi, they're pretty dull. No spirit or not much going on in their head. I guess for the vast majority, it's just a matter of survival in this dump, really. I wouldn't even say they're friendly or even particularly unfriendly. There's nothing, there's no character, not even angry, just nothing at all, blank canvas. The crowds in India, a bit difficult to get used to. I mean, India is very crowded, as you'd expect in a country with a population of nearly 1.5 billion. Even when visiting the tourist sites midweek, it was still packed and full of people. Having said that though, the queues into places wasn't that bad as they kept people moving along nicely, so they did have a good system, to be fair. Did I meet anyone? Other tourists or foreigners? None that I could see of. Not in any of the attractions I visited or even in the whole city. Didn't see any. None. Zero. Not even one. I was the only one in the whole city, maybe. That's what it felt like anyway. It was still technically the time of COVID. People were wary of travelling, but still, it was kind of strange. As for COVID, no, they didn't really give a shit about masks or vax passes or anything, which was cool. I guess when your country is a shithole and people are struggling to survive, you know, a non-existent virus would be trumped by real life and death issues. So they had more things to be worrying about. As for pubs, bars and nightlife, non-existent as far as I could see. And I did try. No crack to be found at all. Now, you could argue I didn't find it, but I'm usually good at finding these things, and I didn't find it. But no, I couldn't find anything that was cool. If anybody did find something, answers in a postcard, please. So, no fun time to be had in India's capital city for me. Now, I guess to be fair, they don't really have a drinking culture as such in New Delhi anyway. Maybe in Mumbai or somewhere down south, it's more relaxed perhaps. So overall, on reflection, I probably could have done much more sightseeing and got out and about a bit more, but I wasn't really bothered. I think after 2 weeks I was just counting down the time I could get out of the city. You know, with the crowds and the busy streets, the filth and the dirt, the pollution. The locals were not very interesting. I said, nah, that was that. One more thing to point out was the lack of women walking the streets, even in the daytime, which was very noticeable, which might be telling its own story regarding the attitudes of Indian men. You know, is it safe for women, or is women's place at home? Who knows what to think. So overall, I'd say that New Delhi is way down on my list as a place I'd like to return to. And if I'm honest, I found it a bit of a dump. And I'm sorry if that offends any Indians, but that's what I think. Sorry.